Hello and welcome back to the NK Zagreb save. It is me, Cultured Left Foot, and still there is no face cam. Apologies about that. I'm still recovering from the little procedure I had. It's nothing too drastic, so don't worry. Any kind messages you want to leave in the comments are greatly appreciated. But we have the final game of the season. We're at home to bottom of the table, rooted to the bottom of the table, Jarun, NK Jarun, and yeah, I'm expecting us to absolutely smash them. Our league has been decided already. If we go and have a look at the competition, there we go. So Trinji have won it. They are the champions. They still have to go into a playoff position though. They've won it quite convincingly overall. 71 points, 4 points ahead of FM19 who finished second, and they finished 4 points above Opatia who finished third. So all in all, it's been a pretty good season. If we win and results go our way, we could get 62 points. With a point deduction that we started with over the season, then that could have seen us actually finish third. So we've had a pretty good season. I'd say we've had a very good season. Let me know how you think down below. Let me know how you think our season's gone. Are you happy? The fact that we're going to be finishing possibly 7th, or the lowest we can finish is 8th. So it's really not bad, but we'll find out after today's game. Yeah, Jarun really not having a very good season. They've won no games. They've drawn 3 and lost 30, conceding 122 goals. I'm going to argue and say they're out of their depth in this league, but they can't get relegated, so they'll be sticking around, and they'll be the whipping boys probably every single season that we're in this division. Interesting to note, the 6 games that Trinj have lost, one of them was a 3-0 loss to us, and FM19 lost 8, and we beat them 3-1 as well. So we have beaten both teams that got promoted, or are going into the playoffs, I should say. They haven't been promoted. But we'll play the game, and then we'll come back and have a bit of a season review, think about where we need to invest for next year in positions, and what we're going to do with the finances. We'll have a look at who's going up and who's coming down from the other divisions as well, and just sort of have a little look around, if we have time, a little look around Europe to go through those sort of games. So what we're going to do in this game, because it's Jarun and all we can do is drop one spot, I'm actually going to change the team up a bit. We're going to play as many of these loanees as we've got. We're actually going to play Jokic in goal for the final game of the season as well. Finally give him a start. So Hjanic, Matovic in there. Ramadani can come in at the holding midfield role. Because what we're going to do is we're going to see which one of these guys is actually worth... Matkovic will come in at left back there. We're going to see these loanees. This will basically be the game we're going to judge if it's worth bringing them back in next season. Because what we can start to do already is, if I just use Hjanic as an example, we can go to an offer, loan offer, and we can actually say we want it for another 12 months already. Obviously the end of this season will be the end of this season, so that's not very useful. But I think, yeah, we can go in and say we want it done for another 12 months, which would be really good if they impress. So this is the chance for them to earn their spot to play for NK Zagreb next year. So let's see how it goes. We have made a bid to try and sign Sadiki on a free transfer because he's not wanted at his current club in Lokomotiva, and he's actually become very well. You'll notice as well, Sadiki and Koklovic have actually... I'm starting to try and get them to be our centre-back partners for next year, because I don't really want to sell Koklovic. He's actually quite a good centre-back, and I'm trying to get him to get this partnership with Sadiki in place. We have still got Tadic here, who we know can play there and has done very well. I expect nothing from a win. That's the truth. I think, yeah, we need that centre-back partnership to be on point, really, is what we need to do. So let's get into the game. There we are, having a handshake at the two managers, waiting for the teams to come out of the tunnel for the final game of the season. It's at Kranjevic as well, which I'm pretty sure I'm getting that name completely wrong. I'm trying to think if there's any other news to tell you. We have had Kiznezovic, our goalkeeper, has completed his coaching course and is now a goalkeeping coach. And our goalkeeping coach currently at the club is retiring at the end of the season. As Liberta's in, it's a good save from Jakalic in goal, is retiring at the end of the season. So we're just going to offer Kiznezovic to be a chance to be our player, a goalkeeping coach. So pretty much he'll be just coaching himself and some youngsters. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're going to have another look through the youth players as well to try and figure out which one of these we can promote. And this is where I want all of your interactions. As there's a goal, and it's Kubel who gets it. His 17th goal of the season. He has been phenomenal since joining. The fact that we didn't have him for the first few parts of the season as well, I'm really excited to see what he can do for the season. As Matkovic won the header, it was sort of cleared into his own man, and then Kubel was on point to put it in the back of the net and give us a 1-0 lead. But we're going to be sticking with a similar sort of formation. Well, we've got 3 variants of it now. We've got attack, attack, attack. We've got the defensive 4-1-4-1. and we're going to have set up a bit more of a direct style of play if we come up against teams that are struggling to break down and we just need to move the ball forward a little bit quicker. Then we're going to have a formation to do that as well. But yeah, I need to know from you guys in the comments below. I'm just interested to know where you think we need to impress and improve, and do we look at through free transfers? Do we give the youth players a go? Do we try and call up those people that have got really high potential in the youth team and see if they can do a job for us? Or do we just try and abuse the loan market? That's really something I'm kind of keen to do to help our finances. If we can get loans in of not paying any money or any wages or anything, that's great. But I don't want to get promoted with a bunch of loanees because it causes so many headaches when you finally do get promoted. As that's a clearance there. It's a dangerous ball put in. Everyone's doing okay at the moment. We are doing pretty well. I hope you've enjoyed the first season. Leave a like if you're enjoying the series. Do leave a comment, leave a like. It all helps. It helps me realise that you guys are enjoying the series whenever you leave a like. It does also help the YouTube algorithm for other people to find the channel and find the series as well. So if you're enjoying it, the chances are that other people that are watching Football Manager on YouTube will enjoy it as well, because we're all sort of similar on YouTube, aren't we? You just get the bigger names who do it with a bit more fancy graphics and experience, and then you get people like me who are relatively new to it and don't have time to put all the fancy graphics in. We will be bringing out the green screen. So at the moment, just to let you know, my mother-in-law is visiting, so she's taken up our spare room, which is where I normally record the videos. And so I'm now recording this video from my bedroom. Halanjic hits the bar and then puts the rebound in. It's 2-0. His 4th goal of the season since coming in on loan as well. He's doing pretty good on loan from Lokomotiva. But yeah, so I'm now in actually mine and my wife's master bedroom recording this video. So if the audio sounds slightly different, that's why. And yeah, so the green screen will be back, and I will be asking for you guys to do some recordings for press conferences, videos and questions and things like that. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled for if I put a request out on Twitter for you guys. It'll probably go to the Patreons first. If they want to do it, then they can get involved. I know Brett Higgins has already done one for me on the Juventus save, and I'm hoping to get him involved again. And hopefully he'll be able to bring out a comical Croatian / Eastern European accent to ask me some questions. But we'll see how it works. But we're 2-0 up. Let's get back to the game. 2-0 up, absolutely bossing it as we'd expect against Jadun. We are moving up to 6th spot at the moment. So again, yeah, if we had got that, if we had had that point back, we would be up to 5th. So it does show that that point sort of affects us. Not that it affects competition money, because you don't get any at this level. The chairman, he gave us 70 grand. Again, we don't ask questions about how he got it, to help with the running costs of the club. It's his love of the club is continually. I think the more money he has to put in, by the more dirty deeds he does, I think he's starting to lose patience with how much money he's got to put in. So he's gone from absolutely loves the club and won't leave it on his own violation to loves the club to enjoying his role. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see some sort of possible takeover in the offing coming soon. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But at the moment, 2-0 up, end of the first season. It's been a very, very good first season. 34 games done. If the result stays as it is, and QBell, oh, that was nearly over the line. If it stays as it is, it'll be 34 games, 18 wins, 9 draws and 7 losses. Scoring a whopping 70 goals, conceding 28. I think we've scored the joint most in the league with HASK. We have. So really nothing wrong attacking-wise. And defensively, only conceding 28, I don't think is that bad, to be honest. Oh, that's our goal difference. Ah, no, hang on. We haven't conceded 28 then. We've conceded, now I've got to do some maths, 52? 42? Either way, we've actually conceded quite a lot of goals. So we do need to work defensively on our shape. But if we're scoring and we're winning games, I don't really care. We'll go to, what should we tell them? Let's tell them get creative, see if they can get some of this disinterested and complacentness out of the team. As, are we going to shout that? We shout it. Some of them are pressured, some of them are inspired. So Mitrovic not having the best of games. He's actually been pretty good since he's on. Oh, Parmasevic as well. It's not looking very good for him. He's been out for like 6 months with a broken leg, and he's going to struggle to get back in the team. We're just going to take Raman. I really like Zayn Pierre, so we're going to give him a game on here. And let's bring on... let's leave it at that in case we get an injury. But yeah, not very long to go. The only game of this episode will be done. We're going to go and have a look through the leagues in Croatia to see who's won what, who's gone down, who's in the playoffs of where, and who's playing who in the playoffs. We might even skip through to see who wins the playoffs and goes up to Division 2. As Liber into Matkovic, back to Liber, ball over the top, great ball to Tramontana. Tramontana is looking to get a cross in. He's fouled. It's not a free kick though, so it's not a foul. It's a good tackle. Tadic holds it up. comes forward with the ball, put under a bit of pressure, into Cetina to Brkic. Brkic comes forward, holds onto the ball to Basar. Basar, and that's a poor pass, but Tadic keeps it alive for Jaroun even. Jaroun is someone I work with at work, so I'm not too sure why I said that. Jaroun. They're getting back into it a little bit, but I'm not too worried. A 2-0 win. Looks like it's going to push us up into 6th position, is our final position in the league, which I think is a very good season, honestly. I do think it is, and I hope you guys do as well. Kubel lines over a free kick, dinks it in looking for Liber, who's beaten in the air. Comes to Khananjic, he already got 1 goal for the game. Liber is not fouled. He removes the danger. That will probably be the end of the game. There's just under a minute left, so it might be one more chance. Sadiki up to Matkovic. Matkovic and Bektasi. Bektasi looking up the line to Khananjic, but it's can't get there. Tadic wins a header. This may well see us through to the end of the game. Sadiki just holds on to the ball, really slowing it down. Matkovic has it on the left. Comes forward. He's, again, looking pretty patient. Great ball out to Palic on the right-hand side. Comes forward. This is probably going to be the end of the game. There's the final whistle. The season comes down. The curtain falls. Bektasi gets man of the match. He's been absolutely superb for us. We've been fending off... I say it's not really fending off bids for players. Most of the bids we get are, we'll give you 0 and that's it. And it's sort of like, well, no, I'm going to reject that because we don't need to sell them just yet. But here we go then. We hammer Giroud. I mean, 62% possession, 14 shots to 4. We did absolutely batter them. So that is the end of the first season as NK Zagreb, and we get into a good position. 6th place is fun. Curtain comes down on a 3rd League West. So the key match was Vinegrad beating Novigrad 2-0 apparently. And yeah, so the playoffs, here we go then. So Odion 1919 are going to be playing Marsonia. Sibalia are going to be playing Zagora. Now, I don't know how it decides who gets into the playoff spot, because if we go back to the 3rd League West and go to stages and go to the league table. Now, Trinj are champions but didn't get a spot in the playoffs. So does that mean they're not going up? I'm very, very confused. Because there's 2 teams that come down from the 2nd division, which, while we're here, the 2 teams that are coming down are... No, that's the Croatian Cup. I've gone the wrong way. There we go. So the 2 teams that are coming down are Međimurje and Zadar. Now, I thought it was a case that if you qualified here, top 2 teams qualify for promotion playoff. But they haven't. Because Odion have, but the other guys haven't. Sibalia, HNK Sibalia, where did they finish then? What? Sibalia finished 1st in the Croatian 3rd League East. Zagora 2nd in the Croatian League South. And Marsonia 2nd in the Croatian League East. So we've got East, 2nd and 2nd. So there's 2 champions that haven't qualified for the playoff. So Hajduk reserves can't go up, I don't think. Or maybe they can. Maybe they should go up to the 2nd division, because are Hajduk in the 2nd division? They're not, are they? Unless Hajduk B is in the 2nd division. Oh man, this is complicated. Right, Hajduk 2 are in the 2nd division. So Hajduk reserves can't go up, because you can't have Hajduk teams in the same thing. So that would explain why... Oh man, this is confusing. That would explain why Hajduk aren't in here. Why aren't Trinja? Unless Trinja go up automatically and it's only 1 person from this. Because it does go into a final. I don't know. We're going to stick with it and find out what happens. Oh yeah, who won the 1st division? That's an interesting... competition we need to look at. Obviously we need to have an interest in that as well. So the 2nd league will just go through it and have a look. League table. So Dynamo 2 won it, so they can't get promoted. So Varazadin get promoted, who I'm pretty sure, did we sell someone to Varazadin? Yeah, Latika, they bought our goalkeeper. So that's interesting. So Varazadin are going up to the Croatian 1st League, and Sibanek are playing in a playoff. Not too sure who they're playing in a playoff against. I'm going to assume it's someone in the top division. Međimurje and Zadar come down to our divisions. We'll see where they get split by location. Aha, so there we go. So Šibenik are playing Slaven Belupo, and it was 1-1 in the first leg, second league playoff. The league table was won by Dynamo, Rijeka, Hajduk and Osijek all qualify for Europe as well, so pretty much the top teams as you would imagine them. It's very small, isn't it? They play 36 games, there's only 10 teams in the division. Istra also got relegated. We got a few people on loan from them, actually. Did we end up selling them anyone? I don't think we did, or maybe we did. Oh yeah, Milos Jokic, another goalkeeper. So, the Serbian. He has, well, he's moved to a club that's now going to be back in the second division, so that's unlucky for him. We'll go around Europe if we can. End of season awards then. Mario Kubel, Fans Player of the Year, 46%. Nedan Dedic, 33%, and Bektasi, 13%. Kubel gets goals of the season. Signing of the season was Kubel. And Young Player of the season is Sadiki, which is good to see. That's very nice to see. There was probably quite a few players in for that award. The 11 of the all-time 11 so far, team of the season, I should say. Knežević in goal. Obsejević, Taric, Sadiki and Dedic. Zampier, Bektasi, Vinsky, Kubel, Tramatona and Regovic up front. So, sort of as you would expect. Best pass completion, Knežević. Really good to see that. Bektasi, 6th player of the Man of Matches award. Ramadan, he got the most yellow cards. And Vinsky and Dedic both got 1 red card each. Dedic was the leader with the assists with 11. So, an all-round good season for these guys. Season review, we finished 6th. The match of the season was a 2-0 away win at Spansko. The moment to forget was a 2-0 home loss to Maximir. Average attendance, we had 7% of the stadium full, which is quite laughable. And we used the highest amount of players, which was 34. We used the highest in the league. So you can see that I enjoy rotation more than other teams in this division. Struggled to find their best form at times, but were otherwise able to enjoy a campaign which saw them produce a highly respectable finish. So thanks for that. The squad update. The dressing room atmosphere is very, very good. Excellent. Managerial support is also now up to very good, which is great. We have 20 players in the core social group, 3 players in the secondary group, and 2 players in other. Knežević has become a team leader, which is great to see. Highly influential, Bektasi, Dedic, and Kubel. And then influential players are Regovic, Vinsky, and Koklovic, which is good. So the end of season meeting. Now, I think, do we say that we can reach the playoffs next year? Do we say that, or do we say we're going to come out fully, so I'm aiming for a top half finish and go for the same? Playoffs. Yes, they love it. They love it. They're all up for a bit of playoff action next year. End of season review. The board are pleased. They're disappointed with a 1-1 draw with Dubrava. Not too sure why. Very happy that we beat Krlovic 1-0. I don't know why they're happy about that either. As you can see, finances are where we're coming down. They're happy with the dressing room atmosphere. Tactics, transfers and matches are all being pretty good. Club stature, philosophies and competitions are all pretty much bang average. Competition's just above 50 at 59%. Our season review. So, Parmasevic picked up 2 injuries. The worst was the broken lower leg. It says 4 months. He's actually been out. He'll be out for around about 6. No one, I mean, Obsejević, he was always picking up quite a lot of injuries, so we'll have to look at that. Hranic picked up 5 injuries, but a lot of them weren't with us because we've only had him on loan. And really, everyone else is just sort of around the 1s, 2s and 3s, which is sort of to be expected through the season. They're now going to go for a holiday. We're going to give them a 6-week pre-season, just to give them a bit of an extended holiday. I don't need them to be back for 8 weeks. That seems a bit harsh for an amateur club. But Granic needs more playing time and match experience. Well, that might be quite limited for you, mate, but we'll see how it goes. So let's carry on, and we'll see how the playoffs go in the 3rd division, and see who is going to be going up, and see if we can make sense of how people are going up, because it's very bizarre. So we've got someone who's now eligible for a professional contract. He doesn't look the best. We'll keep him on a rolling 0 contract. And Sadiki's been called up to Canada. Wow! He's been called up to represent Canada at the Gold Cup. That's awesome! Yay! Go Sadiki! Hopefully he'll move to us on a permanent deal from Lokomotiva as well. He's just considering our contract offer at the moment. Topovic has joined him also on loan. Okay, great. Mitrovic loan deal to end soon. So I think we're going to definitely try and keep... Now if I do end of season, do we think that's the end of next season? I'm going to risk it and say it is. We'll put you down to a rotation. They don't want any money or anything like that. So we'll go finalise offer. Ramadani, we're definitely going to keep him in because he was very, very good for us when he played. I think it would be a good, sensible thing to keep probably most of these players. Matkovic, why can't I offer to get him in again? Make an offer, loan offer. Okay, so we can't at the moment. Hranjic as the striker, we will get him in. I mean, if these players don't get enough game time, we can just send them back anyway. We're not paying anything for them to be here. Palic at right back, didn't play very much. Loan offer. We prefer to play Josip Palic with higher quality players. Well, screw you, Lokomotiva. Screw you. Libert, they don't want anything either, so we'll go rotation. We're trying to get him back. Sadiki, we've made an offer for him. And Milos Jokic, who we sort of do need a backup goalkeeper in the club. Even in the under-19s, we have one in Luka Ivokovic, but I'd rather he play for the under-19s than play for us. So let's see if Jokic wants to come back for another season as a backup. We're actually going to say that it is a backup as well next time. So we're going through those loans. We might go and have a quick scout around Europe in a minute and just go and see what's happening. As I mean, for an amateur team or semi-professional team, it's quite good the fact that we've actually got 4 players that are on international duties. As Mitrovic, Ramadani accepted. Sadiki signs. Yeah, we'll get him in. I mean, we're going to be paying him £160 a week, but of money we don't have. But yeah, he's delighted to be joining Cultured Left at Zagreb due to his admiration for him. Oh, thanks, Sadiki. That's really nice of you. Favoured personnel. There I am, already on there. So great. Awesome stuff. Let's have a look at the club. I didn't check, actually. Who is favoured personnel? Kubel's already got on there, and Renato Jurasek is the guy that we think we may have replaced, but we didn't. But interesting to see Kubel's already got onto that list. Only 28 as well, so we can get a few more seasons out of him. This is really, really good. Yeah, so semi-professional. We're still semi-professional. We don't have enough money to go professional, and we are hemorrhaging money every single time. So, Atletico Madrid win the Spanish First Division, which is interesting. Man City win the Premier League with Liverpool, Man United and Arsenal getting the Champions League spots. Chelsea, Tottenham, Newcastle all going into the Europa League. Interesting to see Newcastle up there. Juventus win Serie A with Napoli, Inter and Roma getting into the Champions League, along with Lazio for some reason in 6th. And the league table for the Bundesliga is currently in a playoff situation. Bayern won it ahead of Bayer Leverkusen. The Russian Premier League is won by Zenit. Zenit St. Petersburg won that. Sky Bet Championship was won by West Brom, with Hull finishing 2nd and Aston Villa missing out on promotion. The Croatian First League we've done. Major League Soccer is just still underway, so no need to look at that. But yeah, all of these leagues, I've got loads of leagues that are available to look at. I think if we click here, yeah, these are all the leagues that I've loaded, so you can see them on here. They're all in a view-only, like non-playable, because we're going to be staying in Croatia, so I didn't need to make it so that we can go and apply for jobs there. But we've got a lot of leagues loaded, as Sadiki accepts our offer. We accept the transfer, and we'll be bringing him in. We're aiming to make this episode around about half an hour. I think people seem to be enjoying the half an hour. Sadiki is going, and he makes his debut. Yes, Sadiki. I just want to say congratulations. You've worked really hard. You have. Good account of yourself. Can't wait to get another cap. Good to have Sadiki playing here. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Really, really happy with that. He's taken a big pay cut to join us as well at Zagreb from Lokomotiva. He's cut around £150 a week out of his wages, which is good. Is the Third League West still... When are these games happening? When are these games happening? Why can't I see when the games are happening? Orion, schedule, senior schedule... So they're playing on the 19th, so it is it's still a week away. So we'll be back for those results if we can figure out what's happening in this league table. So all of our loan offers have been confirmed, and it's different reasons really. Coach had left foot and Zagreb due to his admiration. Other people have been saying the dressing room atmosphere is really good, and they want to get back to this atmosphere, which is great to see. So it's awesome. Yeah, so we're getting all these people in for another season as well, which is great, and hopefully they can have a similar impact to what they did this season. Okay, so before we get to that point, we need to look at this, because the NK Zagreb board announced the club is facing a tax bill around £7,000 up over the upcoming financial year based on the financial records of the past year. This estimate is based on the club's taxable profits over the past year being £37,140,000. I don't know how we've made a profit and what off, but a commercial summary. So we've got a new sponsorship deal, our main kit sponsor, 3-year deal worth 55k, previous deal 18k, so that's gone up quite a lot. Good amount of sponsorship has gone up. Corporate and hospitality 1.35k, bringing his mafia buddies in, and match day commercial and retail 17,000. Nice. Total merchandise sales for this season were 14.29, with the non-domestic sales amounting to 1.42k. Who is buying NK Zagreb stuff? Other than, I would love to, by the way, if this was possible, but who is buying it in game to give us £1,400? That's ridiculous. New scouting budget, we have been able to get 3.2k for the forthcoming season. We've got 3 members, none of them have been assigned. We have no packages, I do them like offhand. You currently have 5 recommendations to view. Okay, how do I look at those recommendations? I'll go and have a look in a minute. Board set initial budgets. They set the wage budget for 3 grand, which is great. Transfer budget of 0 might be set differently on expectations. I'm happy with that because I think we're spending 2.9 at the moment, so 3k is, we're going to be within budget, which is good. So our goalkeeping coach Nazeki has retired, which is a damn shame because he was bloody good. But what that does mean we can do is we can now go to Kuznezovic, who, as you can see, is a goalkeeping coach now. Very good with working with youngsters and tactical and good at shot stopping. So we're just going to basically make him. He doesn't want to. I'm willing to consider positive renewing in general. I'm discussing new contract has been inferior terms to my current deal, which has times left to run. But I want to make you a coach. I want to give you a new contract to say you'll be our coach. Can I do that anywhere else? Can I say advice? No. Interaction. Advice. No. I want to say like I want to make you. I mean, I don't know. Let's just praise his contact now that we're here. Passionately, well done on your behaviour. It's great to get recognition. Thanks. That's all right. What does he do about? You wanted something. I think it's clear we have a good positive atmosphere right now. I'm interested whether or not to make it even better. We've got a good atmosphere right now, but I'd like to depend what issues I should be aware of. Let's ask him. Is there anything I should be aware of? I can't think of anything that would harm the atmosphere right now. Excellent. Good to know. Good to know. We'll carry on and see if we can get into figuring out what the hell's going on with our playoffs. Okay, so the playoff games have been completed, and Marcionia went through by beating Odeon 1919 1-1 on penalties in a penalty shootout. But I don't know why Trinja's still here. They won the league and they haven't got promoted and didn't get into the playoffs. So I'm not too sure what the hell is going on. I mean, we're going to deal with it. The save started. We'll have to just see how it goes. So Hajduk reserves have gone up. They have gone into the second league, which is I'm pretty sure they couldn't do because they've now got 2 and reserves. But obviously that's not against the rules. So Sibilia are still down here. They must have lost in their game as well, in the playoff game, which they did. They lost 2-0 to Segura, who are still in the 3rd League South. So there's Segura. So what did they do then? Last season, they won their playoff semi-final but didn't get promoted. I'm so confused. What? So who went up? Who is now in the 2nd division? In the 2nd league, season preview, promoted, Hajduk reserves, and Marsonia went up. How did Marsonia go up? Because they beat Orion on penalties. I am so confused. Right. The 3rd league stages. I mean, I'm so confused about what's happening right now. Schedule, senior schedule for last year. They lost the 3rd league promotion playoff semi-final. Now 2 teams go up. One of them were Hajduk reserves. So Sibalia lost to Zagora, but Zagora is still in the 3rd league South. And Hajduk reserves, if you could see my face on Facecam right now, it's pretty epic. Marsonia beat Orion. So why did Hajduk reserves go up but not have to play? See, they just went up. Why does the 3rd league South get this preferential treatment? Top 2 teams qualify for promotion playoff. It should be the top 2 teams from the 3 divisions go into the... I don't know. It's going to be tough for us to get promoted. Well, and I'm not too sure how we're going to do it, but eventually we're going to get promoted. I don't know. There's obviously something has gone slightly wrong in the database that I've created. Because they all say promotions too, but it's not. It's 2 teams from each should go into the promotion playoff, which means you get 6 teams in the promotion playoff. Which would then mean you technically get 3 teams going into a final, which wouldn't work. Because they get 2 relegations. I don't know. I don't know what's happened. Well, I do know. I kind of know what's happened, but what's confusing me is why did Hajduk Split reserves get automatic promotion? There's no automatic promotion from this. There should be no automatic promotions at all from any of these divisions. They should all go into some sort of a playoff. They all state top 2 teams qualify for promotion playoff. Top 2 teams qualify for promotion playoff. So there really shouldn't be any reason why one team just gets promoted. So I find that very bizarre. I also find it bizarre that the team that came top of the West League, which is our league, didn't go up. Or didn't even get into the... Tlingi didn't even get into, or didn't get invited into the playoff. Is it a head-to-head thing? Because they lost to Orient there, and they lost to Orient there. So they just say that Orient was a better team? I'm so, as you can tell, I'm so confused right now. I am so confused. And this episode is now probably going to be over half an hour. We'll carry on. There's obviously something wrong slightly, but it's just going to make it a little bit tougher. So the experience board of coming seasons of follows. They think you can achieve greater success, increase the wage budget to accommodate your aspirations. Unfortunately, the club's trying to dictate the board cannot allow you to increase the budget through player sales. That's not a problem. So the wage budget is that, and we're currently spending £100 over it. I'm going to say a top half finish again because I don't want to be, you know, too over the top. We'll accept and all those changes. Only one official, Zedko Lovric, has seen their European category level drop to the elite development group, such of fishing few higher profile matches. Similarly, only one single official, Mario Strohonja, has seen their European category improve to the elite division group, meaning they're officiating more high level matches in the coming season. Good for those guys. So, all of our loan offers have been extended, apart from Matkovic and Palic, because Lokomotiva don't want them to play with, well, they want them to play with higher level players, which is a bit of a shame. So there seems to be this thing now about midfielders not really mattering anymore. No one seems to be cared about that. The next thing is deserving a new contract, and I don't really want to start paying people when they're already on £0 a week. So we'll see how it goes. Believes the very good support overall for the manager from the dressing room is fair. Oh, thanks Mitrovic, that's nice. Or Mitrovic. Well, I think we're going to leave it there. I'm going to go through. Let me know down below where you think we need to increase in the squad. What position should we look for? It's just, that's boggled my mind. What a strange way to end the episode with the fact that I don't know what's going on in the league in the database that I created. But, oh well, it's okay. How are the finances doing after that? So 219, we've eaten into it quite a lot. And we don't really make that much of a loss over the season, although he has pumped in quite a lot of money. So if we look at the board, as you see here, now he's enjoying his role at the club. So I think he might be looking to sell pretty soon, but we'll have to see. We'll come back and hopefully we'll have a new range of staff as well. Hopefully all of our staff will change, other than the head of youth development, which obviously is Brett Higgins. So yeah, I'm going to be looking for possibly a new assistant manager. I do quite like our assistant manager. He's not got the best stats, but he knows the club really well. But yeah, we'll be looking for probably a new fitness coach, probably a new goalkeeping coach, maybe a new general coach. We're getting a new chief scout because Josip Juric is decent, but he's not Ken Win, is he? He's not Ken Win. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Sorry about all the confusion about the leagues and everything. Hopefully the face cam will be back sooner rather than later, but I need my face to heal, so sorry about that. But yeah, leave a comment, leave a like if you're enjoying the series. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.